Hello, fellow time travelers. I am author Eileen Schnabel, author of the Kep Westguard Time Travel to the American Revolution series, and today we're going to talk about how these three men overlap after the war. So Thaddeus Kosciuszko, who I'm just going to call Thaddeus after this, becomes friends with and serves with Agrippa Hall during the American Revolution for most of the war. In fact, they're together at West Point, they're at Saratoga, they serve together under Nathaniel Greene. And in part because of this relationship, Thaddeus becomes an ardent abolitionist, as is Agrippa Hall. He was also an ardent abolitionist. So much so that when Thaddeus dies, he actually asks Thomas Jefferson to be the executor of his estate, to take all of his money and lands that he has from Poland and to use that money to free slaves, to buy and free slaves in the United States. Well, Thomas Jefferson doesn't do that, and here's where the history gets a little bit murky. So, Thomas Jefferson's stated reason for not doing so was he said, I'm too old and the estate is complicated. And to some extent, this is true. I have a law degree myself, and it was a complicated estate. Thaddeus's own heirs back in Poland were contesting the will and wanted the money themselves. So, in the end, Jefferson does not execute the will. And unfortunately, all of Thaddeus's money is sort of swallowed up by the court system and doesn't go as he had wished to buy and free slaves. And I thought it was an interesting choice. Now, this is just me talking. This is not historically documented, that he chose a slave owner, because Jefferson would die a slave owner, to execute this will. And I have to wonder if, in a way, he's putting purposely Jefferson on the spot, saying, you are the father of liberty, and maybe it's time to put your money where your mouth is, so to speak. And to choose, because if Jefferson had actually done this, had taken his estate, bought slaves and freed them in the wishes of the liberty of, like, this guy loves liberty so much, this is what he wants done, it would put a blinding light on the juxtaposition of Jefferson as a man for liberty and a man who owned slaves. So the one tiny bright spot, you might say, that comes out of this is he also owned American lands. Those, after he died, were sold, and those were used to create a school for African American children in New Jersey. So thank you for traveling to the past with me today, and I will see you again soon.